What up, IG Live? If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the YouTube page. Today I'm going to have another very special guest for tonight. See if we can get him online right now. Anybody out there that has a short story they would like to share, or have any certain topics on entrepreneurship, business, anything that you would like to share about branding, mindset, just in general, your life story, then please email me at stateofmindforinfo@gmail.com. Let's see. Today I'm going to interview my boy DJ A.O.K, Mr. James Rios. See if we can get him online right now. Y'all can always send me a DM on IG for any info. Oh, there's my boy right there.
Yo, what up?
How you doing?
What up, carnal?
What's up, guy? How you
What's
doing?
good with you? I'm
Chilling,
good,
man.
bro.
Chilling.
You a tough cookie to find, bro.
Oh
motherfucking,
man,
motherfucking Renaissance man, bro. Trying to catch your ass
I know,
on some Leo DiCaprio type shit.
right?
Catch me if you can. Good
Got here.
seeing you,
We're here
bro.
now, man. Good to see you
I
too,
know.
brother, man. Good to
I
hear from you.
I
Good to hear from you.
I, I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you blessing me and blessing the viewers. I'm gonna, make sure I post this on IG, and then I'm gonna put this on my YouTube channel, the State of Mind University YouTube
Right.
channel. So basic, bro. Well, how you been? How you doing? Let's start off with that.
I've been good, man. Going through this whole pandemic thing, just
Mm-hmm.
going through the motions, but still sticking it out. With everything going on, and I got my oldest in school, so being a part of that, being a teacher, a cook, PE teacher, PE coach, I'm doing it all. So doing
Most
that with my
definitely.
son. Yeah, I mean, it's different, although we adjust, we make it happen.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
how
Congratulations
you?
on that, bro.
Thank
Father
you.
of two, huh?
Yeah, father of two, man. Father of two. Want more, but or however, we're good right now. How you been,
Yeah.
man? How's the
I've
family?
been I've been great, bro. Wife is good.
Good.
Um, Parents are good. Mother-in-law's good. The two dogs at home are good, and of
Uh,
course, all four of my little animals are good.
that's good, man. That's good, man.
I have three in school. Two already in high school. One's going to graduate this year.
Nice.
One's a freshman. My daughter, she's in second grade, and then of course my Bubba, he's four.
Oh, okay.
Um, he's still running the house. He's still the man of
Yeah.
the house. He ain't ready right now. So
Yeah.
he's been in quarantine.
Yeah. I
Um,
feel you on
but yeah,
that.
just adjusting, adapting to everything was going on, and
Definitely.
just trying to move forward.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
All right, man. So let's go ahead and give the individuals that don't know you personally or don't know the backstory Mr. James Rios, A.K. DJ A.O.K. And for the street ballers out there, fucking kick cat, break motherfuckers off on the
Man,
court.
I know, man. Man, I haven't even touched the basketball, and man, I haven't touched the basketball in a long time, man.
You miss it
At times when
sometimes.
when I
Sometimes,
watch it, I'm like,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's yeah. I kind of do miss it sometimes, every now and then. Just I think I miss more of the competitive, like being competitive, like being in there, just
Yeah, most
you
definitely.
know. Yeah. Now, I mean, I probably played like almost 2 years ago somewhere, and then
Hmm.
I was, man, these kids now, man. It's crazy. I don't like play because then I get too competitive, and then I want to be like, that
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, then I start realizing I can't do what I used to do.
yeah.
You know,
Your mind. You see a certain opening or a certain like, man, I'm gonna break this motherfucker off, and you're like, nah, your body's like, nope,
yeah,
right?
yeah, dude. That's what and then I get pissed. I'm like, man, let's fight. Nah,
Nah, right?
I'm
Nah, that's what's
undefeated
up.
in that one. Nah.
If anything, bro, growing up, I've I've always loved that about you is your drive and
Mm-hmm.
your passion to be competitive, to
Right.
always be better,
Mm-hmm.
to progress. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I've always loved about you, man. So where do you feel, if you don't mind me asking you,
Mm-hmm.
your influences, because I know, um, you know your pops was a big influence to you, and of course your mom, a
Yeah.
single mother raising you and your siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a little backstory on that.
Um. Yeah, man.
Like your upbringing as your childhood with you and your siblings, bro.
Man. Yeah, man. I was blessed to have still have a great family, man. I think um the most important thing to me is family, of course. I don't want to be like too cliche and be like, oh, my family. It really was, man. I love my
Hmm.
mom to death, man. She's like my best friend. You know, since day one, I could always tell her everything, and still to this day, a 32-year-old calling her mom, his mom, like just laying it all out, and that's what I appreciate the most. And then I'm blessed to have great sisters too. They're great, man. My sister Raven is the oldest. My sister Jennifer, she's like my best friend too, man. My brother teach me a lot. We grew up, very like I get my competitiveness from him. We battle. He never let me win any basketball game.
Yeah,
He'll give it to me. And of course, my dad, man. God rest his soul.
yeah, man,
Yeah, I
most
mean,
definitely.
yeah, man. I get the most from him. I love everything about him. Was great to me. You know, regardless of everything that happened. I mean, I love
Yeah, of
my
course.
dad, but just my family in general. That's the most
What
important thing to me.
what do you feel was your biggest life lesson? I know you were very young, but what do you feel was the biggest lesson that you got from your pops?
Biggest lesson.
Yeah,
Oh man,
to kind of mold you into the individual that you are,
right.
especially being a father and all.
I think one of the biggest one of. I mean, he had a lot of gems he would share with me. Also, it was like more of watching his actions. I mean,
Hmm.
regardless of anything he would do, he would handle his business, whatever it was. Like, and just seeing that, I think you take after what people do instead of what they say.
Hmm.
You can make a lot of things sound good at the end of the day, although his actions, I mean, top tier, man. I just in general like his, he was very strong, he was very tough. Although I remember him writing me a letter before he left, saying, just be somebody. People respect you for that. And I never really thought about it. I'm 15. I never really, I'm thinking like, oh, success, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's definition of success is different.
Hmm.
I applied that to me though. I was thinking like, man, because he was a realtor, and he also worked at Union Pacific, so he did both. And then also just just seeing that, like, man, this guy, he goes out and he does what. Sorry, I'm getting all emotional.
No, go ahead,
Yeah,
bro.
um,
He goes out
there's,
and does what he sets out to do, and what he says he's gonna do. He goes out and does it.
yeah, I've never seen him. Everything he said he was gonna do, he did, and that's what I admire the most. Like, man, somebody keep their word like that, and it's very hard.
Definitely.
Someone to keep their word, like to actually complete everything they said they were gonna do, and I think that in itself, man, was just so inspiring. And then also just hearing people talk about him and sharing the same similarities,
Hmm.
which I'm thinking like, man, because when you're gone, man, that's all you have
Yeah,
is
of
that
course.
respect and your integrity, what you leave behind. All money and all that. I mean, that's
Hmm.
cool.
Yeah, but it don't matter
Respect, yeah, because people are gonna remember
how
how you make them feel.
exactly
They're
how
not gonna
people.
remember what you did for them or anything. It's gonna it's that feeling, it's the emotional attachment that you leave with someone. So that's why just do good by everyone. Do good by everyone, man. Like that's the most important thing you can do as a human being. Just be right and do right by people, and people respect that. At the end of the day, I believe that you know it's not the you show respect to give respect. Although it's like you just be a good person, man, and just stick to your word, and I think all else will just fall in place. For sure.
That's awesome, bro. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So definitely, I can see that the way you speak about your pops, and I also saw a picture that his one of his favorite movies was Terminator 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Um,
man.
and
Yeah, man.
why do you think he liked that movie so much?
I mean, we're big fans of James Cameron, like all his films already.
Okay,
Like the Titanic. I mean, me and him went to see Titanic 3 times in the movie theater. That's a
dope.
3 hour and a half movie, or however long
Yeah,
the movie is. So,
yeah,
that's like
yeah,
almost 10
yeah,
hours
most
at the movie
definitely.
theater. And
Right.
so I don't know why we saw that 3 times. I mean, it was crazy.
It was a good movie,
It was like one of the
right?
longest movies ever to stay in theaters or something like that. However,
Yeah,
like with Terminator 2, I mean, it was just so like, man, I've watched that over hundreds of times, man. I don't know. It's
hundreds of
just
times, right?
like, that film. It was iconic, man. Way before its time. Like it was futuristic with everything. Man, I love that movie, man.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah, man. Just that nostalgia. It brings me back every time I watch it. I can still smell
Yeah.
the room.
Have,
It's crazy.
have you been able to watch it with Taylor?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
dope.
man.
How does he like it?
Oh yeah, he loves it, man. He always brings it up to you, like, oh, it's your dad. You and your dad's movie. I'm like, yeah, and it's
That's
cool.
dope, bro.
Like the understanding. He's such a brilliant mind. No bias. Like, man, he's an 8-year-old kid who's very smart behind his means, man. Like I don't know. I'm so proud of that kid, man. you know, uh, he's actually asleep right now.
Yeah,
Getting ready for school, but yeah,
that's dope,
uh,
bro.
I love it, man, for sure.
But what about your princess, bro?
Man.
It's a different feeling, huh? Because I
Oh
got
yeah,
myself a daughter. I mean, I got three boys, but it's different raising
yeah,
boys.
yeah, yeah,
But
man.
a girl would definitely change you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Nirvana, man. She stole my heart. You know what I mean? Like that is. You're right, princess. She really is, man. I mean, um, she very, very, very like she brings so much light. She's walking now. She actually turns 1 this Friday, which is
Wow,
yeah, man. I
that's
remember
awesome.
yeah,
That's a
catching her at
blessing,
the
huh?
hospital. Yeah, man. I mean, she has a great mother who raises her very, very well. That's why I'm super proud of it. Having a great mother. Both of my kids have great mothers, and I'm glad Nirvana has that mother who can teach her, girl things, and she's obsessed with her just as I am. It's a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my baby girl right there, man. I love her
That's
to
awesome,
death.
bro. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Having a great mother figure, same thing with my wifey and stuff. The kids are very lucky to have her. I mean, If anything, I've learned how to be a great father because of her. You know what I mean? And
Awesome.
so
That's awesome.
definitely that's definitely a big help.
Yeah, man, for
Um,
sure. 100%.
all right, man. So let's talk about how back in the days you used to ball on cats. Where do you feel you got the nickname Kit Kat from? Back
Uh,
when you were wearing them Iversons with the green
right,
sleeve,
right,
or
man,
the Vince Carters,
man,
and you're bottling up with people like Philip Huey,
right, man,
Matt Bogus, Matt Trevino,
yeah,
Josh Duncan.
yeah.
You know, just to name a few. If I missed anybody, please do forgive me.
Oh no, there's a lot of people. You named a good grip.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I mean basketball. You know, that's always been my passion. You know, I've always loved basketball since I was a kid. Um, I had a brother who, you know, and that's a good thing about having older siblings. To me, I think the most important thing about having older siblings is they can kind of guide you to what they've been through. I kind of got a lot of cool points off of them. Like whatever they would listen to, it would trickle down to me, and then I would, and I would be like the person who spreads it to my friends and my
Yeah,
group,
exactly.
whatever. So I was fortunate to have cool sisters and a cool brother who just, and that kind of, altered my trajectory of how I was going to be in life. Like, you know, so I was so into music then as a young kid, and I was into basketball, and then everything was just, basketball day and night, before school, after school, during school. I mean, and it was,
Home court America days.
yeah, man.
Remember?
I used to love being there. Be there for like 8, 9, 10 hours, run across the
Some
street, subway real quick,
Las
grab.
Palapas with
Yeah,
the
man. Just whatever was there, man. Just ooh, I have $5. I'm gonna go get, and I already knew the prices in my head, what I can
yeah.
get, and then come back, and then just, it was just fuel came back. But man, I loved
Some
it.
sometimes they would let us stay overnight. Remember that?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that was
Because
fun, man. Just
it was back in the days, bro. And then that's when, of course, in high school, you had individuals like Mondo Cortez, uh, Gilbert, Corey, Callan. And then what's that big tall motherfucker? Woods. And then
oh
you had
yeah, yeah,
Noah. Then you had Noah.
yeah, man. Rest in peace, Noah, bro.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, bro. Definitely.
Yeah,
A lot of skilled and talented individuals we had uh growing up, huh?
yeah, yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers definitely made me better because I mean, shit. Truth be told, I was always like either the last one picked or something, and then y'all always pushed me. Same thing when it came to music.
Hmm.
I developed how to rhyme better when it came to playing ball. I saw you. I saw D
Hmm.
Hawk,
Hmm.
the way y'all would put in y'all's work ethic and just
Yeah,
practice day in and day out. So y'all are definitely an inspiration in my life when it came to us being kids and stuff. Definitely good times.
yeah, man. It was
Um,
great times on that one for sure.
and the thing that I also liked about you, bro, I loved about you was your passion for music. I
Mhm.
remember what was it, like a Honda? Was it the
Chord.
Acura?
No, no, Acura.
Acura, yeah, it was your
Yeah.
Acura, bro.
Shoot, man.
Bumping fucking Tupac, Cry Mob. You know,
Yeah, man.
you just had your big ass case of fucking
I still have
packs.
them. I still have
You
them. I
know,
have a lot of them, man. They're in
just
my
packed
son's
with CDs,
closet.
bro.
Yeah, man. I so I'm saying, man, I grew up. I love music, and even though I don't DJ anymore now,
Hmm.
um, actually a friend of mine asked me the other day, like, do I miss it? Um, the whole, you know, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be,
Hmm.
as far as like missing the
Making
actual
that
DJ.
transition.
Yeah, and I had great times. I had really great times. Although, and the thing is, my love for music never changed though. So I still
Yeah,
listen to music all the time.
yeah, of course.
Um, and then now, just I do a little bit more podcasts, a little bit more books, audibles. So I kind of put that in my routine as well.
Yeah,
However, music, you know, that's that's my life. Like as far as like a thing that gets me going. Everyone has their people take pre-workouts, people do they have their skate, whatever it may be. They may go, swimming. They
And
may do lift
hmm
weights. Mine is I can listen to some music and I'll go to like, because if you think about music rules, everything, like
hmm
everything you do, if you really think about it, from movies, nothing without music. Working out, if you think about working out, man, it's difficult to do it without music, but you've been so adjusted to it. I remember
yeah,
going
of
to the
course,
gym and not having my headphones or something. I'm like, man, I can't do this. I know it's just
yeah, a mindset.
it is a mindset. However, it's not that I would leave, although
Hmm
you know, it's that's how deep this goes with me. Like I love music
hmm
so much, with everything,
Yeah,
you know.
it just creates a certain vibe for you.
Yeah, it's an emotional thing too.
Hmm
So whatever setting I'm in, there's a song for it.
Exactly.
Whatever kind of mood I'm in. I could be upset, I could be happy, I can be, ready to play some type of athletic sport. I can be on a drive. I can be sad. There's music for all across the field. It's an emotional thing. That's why the attachment's so close. That's why it brings us together. That's why there's some of my favorite songs I haven't listened a long time, because they come from a place where it takes you back to a place where it's like, okay, this is when I'm in that kind of mood, that kind of mode. Like I can't be um, being ready to do something, like, I can't. There's certain music that I can't just listen to, even though I love it. I can't just listen to it just to listen to it. I have to be in that kind of setting, and that's why
Yeah, of course.
my Apple Music is so, man. If you can take a look at it, it's so diverse of everything, man.
I
I
bet
love
it's
it.
crazy, bro.
I
You've always had that diversity, definitely.
Yeah. If I lose that, if it, somehow something happens with my phone and that goes away, I might just not even get a phone anymore, man. I wouldn't even want it anymore. All the songs I have on
So
that, nah.
what about when we were at Urban City at Ingram Park Mall?
Oh man. Oh man. I didn't even
with
think
Mr.
about that.
Juan, yeah, with Mr. Juan Gonzalez, bro.
Shout out to Juan,
I,
man.
I, yeah, shout out to Juan, man. I had the pleasure of interviewing him, and he's doing great as well with Urban
Oh,
City
nice,
Barbershop. And
nice.
he just launched a whole line of products named Killer,
Oh, cool,
um,
cool.
conditioner, shampoo, barber, beard oil, and all that. So it's pretty
Oh,
dope.
that's cool.
But yeah, man, do you feel when we were around that environment, the whole Texas scene with Kylie and all that? Do you feel that's when you like decided, hey, I think I want to DJ or get into, because I know you were with Power 106 for quite some time, but
Hmm.
before you got into that transition of, hey, I want to become a DJ or I want to tap into this world, what was the decision or what was the thought that you had
Um,
before doing that?
I I think I love music so much. I wanted an outlet for it,
Okay.
and I wasn't gonna rap. I wasn't, you know, at the time I didn't know how to play any instruments,
Mhm.
right? Um, I was like, how can I get into this? You know, and it was all about passion for music. So I
Yeah.
didn't. It was never like when people become DJs and stuff like that. They get in it for the wrong reason, just like any other profession.
Profession.
Um, so they get into DJ and then they learn the music. Me, it was reversed. I knew the music, so I mean, if I had to say the number one thing in music, I mean, as far as DJing, is programming.
Okay.
You got to be a good programmer. You got to know, you know, besides like beat matching. I want to say your programming has to be top tier. And speaking of, I think he's on there right there. Eric Sean. I remember one time we are in a meeting in it was for the mix. It was for the DJs. I remember he
hmm
said, "Same DJs can have the same 10 songs, but it's how you play those 10 songs." And
Okay.
shit, I was like, "Fuck!" The most simplest thing you could say, but however, it's
That's a,
true. Like,
it's
yo,
true.
you're right, and I still say that everywhere. Like when I talk to other people, I still drop that gem. I'm like, yo, you can have the same 10 songs, but and which
Hmm
is very true, because I've seen people unload hits. Yeah, you're right. We may have the same. It's how you play them though. How you're gonna guide the crowd.
Present them.
Yeah, you're the
Yep.
conductor at the end of the day. And
Exactly.
I think that's what I missed. In going back to what you said earlier, I think I missed that the most about DJing,
Hmm.
for like any kind of event. You know, my favorite events to do are not just open format. However, I like weddings. I love weddings
Okay.
because I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. These people trust you with one of the most important days of their
40 days
lives,
of life. Yeah.
and I never like really take it all in until after the wedding.
Hmm.
You know, I always like live in the moment when I DJ.
Hmm.
You know, I remember there was one of the last weddings I did, and I was dreading it. I didn't want to do it. I was acting like a diva. Like, man, do I have to do it? Can I call someone? Trying to figure out all this planned day of, like, like,
To get out of it and shit.
yeah. And I was like, just I was like, let's just do it. You know.
Okay.
Um, so I remember going. It was kind of, sorry. I keep this damn Dallas Mavericks game.
Nah,
Um,
you good. So
um,
so so what made so is it because you had no choice but to do
no,
it, or
no, because I don't want to leave people like that either. I don't want to,
yeah,
like, kind of, who the I
your
don't know.
your
I'm
your
gonna try to
care,
refrain
yeah,
from cussing. Like, who do you think I am? Like, who do I think I am? Thinking I can just get out of that? Like, get out of that? Like, no.
your
Like,
your your character your character didn't allow you to do that.
nah, nah, nah. Even though I can, oh man, let's try to find someone. Like, I would try to
Hmm.
find, hit up all these people. And then, to be honest, it was the best wedding I ever DJ'd. Crazy. It
That's
was
awesome.
just because from the start to finish, it was nonstop
Hmm.
dancing, nonstop fun. Usually you get a lot of people come up to you, like the uncles, the tios, the grandmas, everyone come trying to tell you what to play. I didn't get
Requesting,
that.
yeah,
I didn't get that at all, and not just because
that's
I didn't
dope.
get it.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not gonna. However, it was so cool to see the happiness in people's faces, especially
Hmm.
the newlyweds.
Hmm.
Man, I even said it. I was like, "This is beautiful. This is what I really do. Like, this is." Man, it was awesome. I was getting kind of
Yeah,
emotional because I was like, man, they really are trusting me to bring entertainment.
yeah.
And it's the same with the clubs, kind of like, there's a lot of factors that go into it. You want
Hmm.
speedy and great service when you go to the bar. You want, great promoters that can greet you and, bring the right environment party to the club. And
Hmm.
you want great management. However, like the backbone, the quarterback is the DJ. I can steer it wrong, I can steer it right. You know, and of
It all
course,
it all falls on you to either it's going to be a great night or not.
yeah, and it kind of came naturally to me as far as doing that.
Well, I mean, because you had the love for it, you had the passion
Yeah,
for it, so
and
so you just had to learn the craft and
yeah,
the
yeah, 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 and everything fell in place. I think just me really taking my time and seeing like the crowd, reading the crowd is very important. Programming, you know, beat matching, that's all cool. And then you get the other elements of DJing as well, like scratching, you know, turntablism, effects. Like then you can put all that in a little pot. You
hmm
know, you can. It's kind of like player ratings. You ever see a player rating like
yeah.
strength,
Hmm.
power, speed?
Yeah, of course.
And if you were to look at mine, some may be outweigh the others. Although mine is still steady on a lot of them. I didn't want it. I may not be the best. However, I'm gonna be I'm a threat, once a star, always a threat. So that's how I go into a lot of things, what I do.
Yeah.
I can't, you have to do that. You have to have that mentality to go into any kind of battlefield. And I say battlefield because it really is,
Yeah, of course.
because there's hundreds of other people who want to do what you do and
Hmm.
they want to take over or, however you may say it. And, I had a great run and who knows, man, I don't know. Like I said, I hadn't even touched my turntable since March.
Okay.
I don't even know how long that is right now. Like on top of my head, but I don't know. April, May, June, July, August, September.
About 5 months.
Yeah, yeah, man, that's crazy. That's the
That's
longest
crazy.
ever. Mm-hmm. Although
Well,
I
I'm
still
sure.
have music and stuff. But,
No, definitely. So what? So the same way you would get your inspiration, your motivation. Like I'm pretty sure Jordan, off top, of course,
mm-hmm.
players like Vince Carter, Mike, Allen Iverson, and then we made a transition of like Hot Sauce, AO, and One Days. going to the Alamo Dome, catching
Remember that?
out the game out there. Oh, most definitely, bro.
Yeah.
So who did you go and kind of tap into learning certain skills or learning about the culture when it came to DJing? Like,
Oh man.
was it locals around here in town, or who did you start watching videos on, like on YouTube or such and such? Like who did you study?
Um, I studied a lot of people. I studied, um, and I think that's the thing. It's nonstop study. It's not just one individual. There are um, so many people, man, I can tap into, and I don't want to start naming names because then I don't want to leave anyone out.
Yeah, of course, but each individual you were getting certain things,
Yeah, yeah,
and,
yeah,
and and like you said a little while ago, kind of put it into a pot, and you
yeah,
kind of create it to becoming your own
yeah.
style or your own method, your own way of DJing.
Oh yeah, for
Okay,
sure. Yeah, yeah, for
okay. Well,
sure.
I respect that. If if you don't want to name no names,
Nah,
but
it's just the
uh, okay,
just
go
because
ahead.
I don't want to forget a
Yeah, of
name.
course, of course.
Um, However, I like, like you said, I can be studying someone for hours or days or
Hmm.
weeks, and if it's just one thing I pick up from them, then man, you know, that's a blessing because I like to, I listen a lot more these days than I talk. I used to be a lot of talking, and now I just sit back and yeah, man, I just sit back and kind
You
of listen
know,
now. You
yeah, that's
know,
good.
yeah,
That's maturity. That's growth.
yeah.
You
Most
know that.
if I could tell my 22-year-old self, like what to do, I would say, man,
Shut
listen.
up and listen.
Yeah, shut up and listen, man. Listen to people. Stop thinking you're always right about everything.
It's all
And
part of your story, bro. It's all part of your growth.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because if you weren't the chiflao or the big headed back in the day like that,
right.
you wouldn't be the individual you are today, bro.
Most definitely.
Um, all right, so just to kind of that way we can kind of end that topic on DJing.
Mhm.
For individuals who I mean, I know this pandemic, has a lot of DJs are out of work,
Mhm.
clubs, bars. They're starting to adapt, doing live performances on IG
Right.
and other platforms. But what do you feel would be your top three, tips and advice, your best advice that you can give, and individuals who are wanting to kind of tap into the DJ world, to be either build a brand, um, to get gigs, and how to adapt with this kind of moment the way the current state is right now.
Right. Three things. First thing I would say is get into this DJ practice. Practice. I mean, countless practice. That has to be if you want to make, if you really want to get serious about any, and this goes to anything.
Hmm.
Practice. That's what I teach my son, man. You know, there's some things he's really great at, right? And
Yeah.
then we try something new. He's like, "Oh, I'm not that good." I said, "Just how you got good with those other things, what you do?
Mm.
Practice." I said, "That's
Practice.
all it is." Like, that's like the most obvious thing you can tell someone. They think it's like a
Hmm.
secret, like, right? People think like, "What's
Hmm.
the most like? What's the secret to how you?" I don't know why people just don't say practice. Like, shit. My bad for cussing.
Repetition. No,
Yeah,
you're good.
repetition. Yeah, man. Like I said, repetition is the father of learning, and you really got to really stick to that. I mean, with anything you want to be the best. Welder. You got to fucking put in experience, do hours and hours of doing it if you want to be the best. This basketball, you want to be the best um, scoreboard keeper. Learn your buttons, learn the machine, learn
Hmm.
how to maneuver your hand around the board a lot faster. Like if I go this way, I'll be able to hit these buttons. However you want to do it. Go get coffee. You're gonna know. Okay, this cup. You pour this amount. Like everything is practice. So that'll be one thing. Two, I would say learn your music.
Mm.
Shit, right? Another obvious. Learn your music.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
How
one of the
how how
hugest things.
how how important is to learn the music, especially when trends and are constantly on. Every day is something different. The way we're receiving music nowadays is it's at a fast pace, and you have
Yeah.
to constantly what's the new thing,
Mhm.
constantly keeping up. What
You
would
said
you?
it.
Yeah,
Keeping up, man. You have to, you
stay
have
in
to,
tune.
yeah, you have to have an ear to the street, ear to the ground of
Hmm.
what's going on. Because, you want to be that person who doesn't have that record in that
Hmm.
setting, and people are like, damn. So being ahead of the curve, I used to love that. Like always
Hmm.
I always had the newest records. And then it came to a point where, okay, of course I'll have the new records. I'm downloading music every single day,
Yeah,
downloading
of course.
edits, making my own edits. Um, you
Well,
know,
LimeWire back in the day, bro.
hey, however it took, man. I down, you rip it off of LimeWire, YouTube. Um, then you just cut it up yourself, fix the volumes, And
Hmm.
then I just started going off of okay, because I I have a broad horizon of like music I listen to. So I'm all over the map. So
Hmm.
I can connect with people, and I think that's a gift. That who knows, that may be a gift of me, or just a long time of me just listening to music.
Hmm.
I don't know, because I've been passionate about music literally my whole life. If you want to count,
Yeah.
like since
Hmm.
4 years old, like literally my whole life has just been revolved around music, so to speak. And I think that's one of the biggest things for me as a was a DJ, was to just stay on top of my music. I never wanted to be left behind on anything. That's why I would go to Best Buy at 10 a.m. right when they open on school day, skip school, and be right there. And I wouldn't be necessarily skipping school, because my teachers knew where I was, and they were cool with it. Vice principal was cool with it. I mean, shit. So keep listening. However, like, man, I never wanted to get left behind. So me always having that, I guess you call it fear. I always wanted to be the best in that.
Yeah.
And regardless of accolades or whatever, I feel like I was one of, up there, you know, and not because, and I feel everyone should have that confidence in whatever they do. They feel like, oh man, like, because DJing is kind of an individual sport. If you want to compare it
Hmm.
to, it's like boxing. It's like
Other boxing. Yep.
tennis. Like, so if you think about that, like, you're not going to be a boxer and be, oh, I'm not the best, because you're literally fighting for your life. You
Exactly.
can't
You
play
don't want to get
boxing.
knocked out. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
can't play.
you have to have that confidence, and I think I do
Hmm.
too. Because one, I don't care if I was DJing a club for 20 people, or in a stadium for 15,000 people,
Hmm.
because there's that one person in that 20 crowd who's never heard me before. Why should I
Exactly.
be whacked just because of the setting?
Hmm.
That's how you create fans, man, and follow you. Even to this day, I can still get people like, man, I may not remember. However, I was like, you're right, because that's something I would do. And then it's kind of cool, man, because that's how you gotta take take it in as life, man. You gotta have that confidence, because it'll show if you don't have that confidence. You can see it,
Definitely.
you know.
I think you answered number three. We went from staying in tune to for being number two, and I think number three should be confidence.
Yeah, yeah,
Confidence, because I mean that's what got you to be able. I mean, of course, being a DJ for AJ Hearns out there in the what was it, the Young Money tour,
yeah.
or kind of opening act during
Yeah,
that
yeah,
time.
yeah. We did the Lil Wayne tour, and then we did two Drake
Yeah.
tours. It was cool. I mean, shit, that's a
How
blessing
how,
too,
how
man.
yeah, how was that experience? Because you were able to meet individuals like Drake and Nicki Minaj. Of course, you seen
Um,
big time artists.
yeah, man, it was a great opportunity. It was a big blessing to do that, and that kind of opened up. Not kind of, it did open up a lot,
It
a
did.
lot of doors,
Yeah.
like a hallway, and all these doors just started opening. You know, man, I can. You know, that's a blessing, man, because I can tell these stories when 30 years from now, when my grandkids, like, it may be, and I never think about it that way though. I never thought
Hmm.
about like, you know, because I'm more on the, you know, like I don't like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I just don't like talking about myself in like a third person kind of, you know. So I've never like, I never talk about it like that.
Yeah.
However, like the people, I'm like, yeah, when they want to talk about that, you know, I just talk about it.
Yeah.
However,
Of course.
I just love the, you know, being a part of that opportunity. Man, it was me, AJ, CJ, Scott, man. It was, you know, just being in that atmosphere, you know, because, you know, like I said, we lived in the moment. It was great, you
Most
know,
definitely.
things we did, man. It was fun. I loved it every single way, you know.
That's awesome. So now those experiences, now you're able to share, your come up, stories. Such, you're able to do it on here, of course. So
Mhm.
that. So speaking about now, Scott, Mr. Scott Maloof International Group.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
guess
sir.
I guess that's the new transition that you're making.
Yeah, that's the
That you
wave,
that
man.
that's the wave right now,
The
huh?
wave.
The
Yeah.
the the top team around San Antonio, and I'm pretty sure across the pond is what I hear.
Oh yeah, man. That was a good segue, by the way. Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Scott, man,
So
the man, I could tell you so much about that dude, man. Man, he definitely looks out for people. He definitely has a passion. Anything he does, he has a passion for. Let's just say that, like, um, now he reminds me of someone who just goes out and gets it, no matter you know what it is.
yeah,
Like that dude's, he reminds me of like a Diddy, you know,
okay,
like a new age Diddy, like this, you know, kind of like a what do they call that? Not a hybrid. I don't know what's the word. He's just out of there, man. Like yeah,
motherfucker, pioneer in the making, a boss, a hustler,
yeah, oh yeah, boss
go
for
getter,
sure. Yeah, boss for sure,
uh,
man. He go get yeah.
a leader. A leader. He leads by example.
He
I mean,
sure does,
because
man. Because he's not going to tell you to do anything that he ain't going to do.
and when you're
I
around
think
certain
that's my
individuals,
sleep talking. Sorry.
it
I swear to God.
happens, bro. My daughter be
No.
doing that.
Yeah, he scares me sometimes, man. He would just say, no, no, no. I'm like, man, not right now, not in the dark. Uh, but then sometimes you just gotta go. You just go in like,
Yeah,
I got cameras so that I can, you know, I can see. But still, it's like,
yeah, most definitely.
it's funny though, man.
Nah, man. So how is it to have individual like that, or I'm pretty sure the whole team. If it's Maloof running, the whole operation, the whole Maloof International Group. I'm pretty sure the whole squad, the whole team is solid.
Oh
So
yeah.
how has that been able? How has that experience has been for you making the transition into becoming a real estate agent, or to get into that profession of real estate,
Yeah, to
and
get
all
to
the
real estate.
knowledge that you're receiving right now.
Oh man, it's crazy because I learn something new every day, almost every day.
Hmm.
You know, and it could be from a book, it could be from just one of our team members. Like there's something you learn every single day. You okay, Pops? You got your water? This is live right now. You all right? Are you sleepwalking? Taylor, are you sleepwalking? You okay? What happened? All right? I think he's sleepwalking. He's just laying. That's cool.
My boy, dog, you a pops.
Oh yeah,
That's
man.
crazy.
My my
That's great
number
to
one thing
see,
I love
bro.
doing. Yes, the number one thing I love doing is being a father. No matter
Most definitely,
what.
dog. I couldn't agree with you more, dog.
Yeah.
It's my only purpose right now. It's what gets me up every morning.
Oh, most
Shit,
definitely, man.
it's the reason why I go hard every day, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of people have big whys, man, and mine is definitely my kids.
Hmm.
Just you know, just no matter how bad or how you know off 2 hours of sleep or whatever it may be, you know, I still get up because I'm thinking, you know, and also my
No,
son, man. You want to
yeah,
better
of course.
yourself.
Yeah, of
However, like
course.
it's it's like they're gonna see me, and my son's getting older where he's able to see what I do,
Hmm.
how I react, and they listen. Their eyes are open.
Oh, dog, they're sponges right now, bro.
Oh
They
yeah, yeah. So
they
I
they
mean,
see and
that's why I
hear
gotta
everything.
lead by example, man. I can't, that's the most important thing to me. Um, However, going back to what,
Real
man, yeah,
estate.
yeah, Scott, man, yeah, he needs to write a book or something. He needs to, definitely. I mean, he reminds me, like I said, Diddy, man. You know how Diddy came from drugs to, you know, however Scott came from the club scene or
Hmm.
wherever you take it at a young age, and then literally transforming into the person he is today. And it's not a surprise. I think it's not. It didn't shock me what
Hmm.
he accomplished, because I think when something shocks you, you know what I mean. I think then it really wasn't meant for you. You know,
Hmm.
I don't.
Yeah, of course.
I think when you get kind of like shook, like you and your mind thought it would happen. However, like it didn't surprise me one bit. Man, it's like you can do whatever, man. We can be in an ice cream shop, and we're gonna make the biggest ice cream chain there is, the best one, and figure out how to make it happen. And that's the mentality, And that's what I love, not just about him, just about all of my teammates, man. All of them, we're all like a family, so we all can just bounce ideas off each other. We can always just,
Yeah.
this is what's going on. Hold up, my bad. What's going on there?
No, you good, bro.
You okay? What's my name? I have to ask him these things so I know if he's sleepwalking or not. Are you okay? You want to go back to your room? Let's go back to your room. Okay? What's wrong? I'm gonna take him to drink a little bit, but
No, you good, bro. Well, I don't want to take too much of your time, but so we talk about the real estate and everything. You making the transition. We spoke about what kind of inspired you, your upbringings, of course, as a child, molding you into the individual you are today.
mhm.
So, what do you feel your purpose is at this age in your life? You know, now, like I said, being a father of two,
Yeah.
you getting into a whole new profession
Mhm.
with the real estate and everything. What do you feel like your purpose is nowadays? Like what drives you other than your kids? And of course, I know you mentioned bettering yourself, but
Yeah.
what type of
Um.
legacy do you want to leave behind?
Um. Man, that's a good question. Um. Dun dun dun. No. What kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? Man, that goes a lot. What I was talking about earlier is what you leave behind, that how you make people feel and all that. Man, it's a good one. Um. Well, my purpose now, though, it's bigger than me. You know. Um. Hence, like my kids. So it's bigger than me. My purpose is much bigger than that. However, I still have things to do that I want to do, and this is just a chapter in my life, like a book. It's a chapter that I'm going through right now. I just want to have a great book. You know, like
Yeah,
I want a great ending. I want a great book. Of course, every book has their ups, downs, good times, bad times. I just want a great novel at the end of the day, and I think that's the big goal. Like I don't want my book to be not a top seller. I don't want my book to be in the back of the shelf collecting dust. I want my book to be like, man, people could pick this up and be like, whoa, since I was a kid all the way up until now and to beyond. I think that's the big thing. And spreading joy and happiness, man. I can't stress that enough. Not just what everything's going on right now in this world. The world's always
yeah,
been messed up. You know, it's just we shine a lot of light on it now, and I think we can't steer away from that either. However, we've got to keep our own happiness and just spread it. I think that's number one. most important thing to me. That's always been my big thing is happiness. Um, Especially when people tell me, when you going to see yourself in 5 years, this and that. And
Hmm.
no matter what it is, I always tell them I just want to be happy, straight up. Imagine someone being just happy the whole time. That's like
Which,
best gift in this world.
which, yeah, exactly. Which most don't even, some don't even find that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Some individuals don't even find happiness. You
I
know,
agree.
and but
Hold on one
that's
second,
an
my bad.
awesome answer. Now go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna put them down real quick. Take this real quick. This is
Go
live.
ahead.
Live. All right.
Now let's see. Anybody out here watching the interview? We got Mr. James Rios. Some of y'all might know him as DJ A.O.K. This is all live. So again, this will be on IG. I will post it here on my page, and then I will also post it on YouTube. The State of Mind University. That is the channel. For any individuals out there who would like to get jump on the podcast, might have certain topics that y'all might like to discuss. Y'all can either shoot me a DM or get a hold of me on my YouTube channel, or y'all can just email me directly at stateofmindforinfo@gmail.com. So for the time being, gonna wait on my boy to come back. He's being pop pop. So definitely he's talk about his upbringing, how his his father, the late great, you know what I mean, much respect. He was a big influence in his life. Raised by a single mother, of course. His siblings, his sisters, and his older brother, how they're a big influence in his life as well. How he's all about family. Being a father too, how that is, provides him drive and purpose nowadays. And the transition that he made from being as a kid a competitor, because the way I remembered him back in the days, he was very competitive. He was very determined to always becoming a better individual in whatever it is that he did. And then he made a transition to become, a DJ, Mr. DJ OK. He was a DJ with Power 106 at the time, and then I know he was DJing for the Beat as well. And then he was AJ Hearn's DJ as well.
Shout out to
And then
AJ
now,
Dub, my bro.
and now he's making the transition into real estate, which is Maloof International Group.
My G baby.
Um, I'll just give people a little rough draft of
Uh-huh.
what we discussed already while you're putting your little man back down to bed.
Man, man.
Nah, it's all good, bro. This is all live.
Yeah.
This is what it's all about. It's raw and uncut. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I like people seeing the fact that the type of father that you are, bro. And again,
Mhm.
that brings me joy and happiness, bro, because I can definitely relate.
Yeah.
But all right, man. But I don't want to take too much of your time. I know, you got your kids. I'm pretty sure you got a big day ahead of you tomorrow. But if anything, I know you just spoke about legacy, purpose. At the end of the day, you just want to write, the best novel, the best book possible. You just want to be happy at the end of the day. Um, so during this pandemic, again, I've asked individuals this question. A lot of people have lost their jobs. Unemployment has skyrocketed. Now, for you being and becoming the entrepreneur that you're becoming, and the individual that's always been determined, has had drive, has had that competitive, spirit in you. Um, what do you feel for the individual that doesn't have an idea of how to use their skills or talents or what to do in this moment in time? What would be your motivation or your inspiration to them to move forward through all this?
Um, Everyone has a gift, right? Everyone has a gift in something, whatever it is. It's about finding your gift and it's executing it. Like I said, it goes back to whatever it may be. Someone may be lost right now, doesn't know what they're gonna do. They just had a job for this 7, 10 years and they just got let go, which
Hmm.
is horrible. Right?
Yeah, of course.
But it could be a blessing in disguise. Now
Yeah.
you're able to do this. Now you're able to shift the way you think into giving all your energy into something that you want to do. You know, like I think Jim Carrey might have said it, man. I remember he said my father was a great comedian. He could have been one of the
Mhm.
best, and however he wanted to take the safe route or something like. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. He wanted to take the safe route, so he got that safe job as an accountant or something,
Mhm.
and years later that safe job let him go.
Mhm.
So if you're gonna, you know, if you're gonna lose at something, it might as well be something you love, right? Like,
No, most definitely.
man, imagine doing something that you love every day. What do they say? You do something every day, it's not a job or,
Yeah, yeah. When you do something you love, you'll never work another day in your life.
I remember someone saying, sorry, just like off subject, and then someone said
No,
like,
you.
yeah, I think only broke people say that, or like,
That's some Dame Dash shit. Be,
right, or
be like, man, calling another motherfucker boss is like calling another motherfucker daddy.
yeah,
Like, God, damn, bro. All right,
yeah, it's
but
funny, man.
but
Nah, but it's true
no,
though. It is true though. Like regardless, as long as you're happy, man. Because who's gonna take that away from you? That dude who's crazy
mm,
successful, quote unquote, but they're not happy. Shit, I'll take the other person's life, man, in a heartbeat, whatever it is.
yeah,
Teach his own though. At the end of the day, however, man, if
yeah,
you're
of
just going
course,
through whatever you're going through, keep on going. You'll prevail and make it happen. I think that's the number one thing you can tell someone, because you can't tell someone, everything happens for a reason type shit, because that's bullshit, man.
yeah,
That's the biggest bullshit I ever heard in my life. Everything happens for a reason, because it's not the case. Shit happens because
okay,
shit happens. You know, like you can't explain to someone why, if, a 5-year old has a tumor, and
mm,
can't explain that.
yeah,
So I think to make you have to like go shift the way you think.
mm,
You can either crawl up in a ball in the corner and die slowly, or
mm,
you can choose to fight and win this battle. Whatever the
yeah,
battle may be, it could be anything: emotional, physical, career wise, relationship wise.
mm,
Whatever you want to fight for, fight for it. That's what I'm gonna tell everyone. Just fight for what you feel passionate about. Because at the end of the day, that's the key of winning your own personal success. And I think
mm,
you can live with that. I can live with me. I can live with me doing my very best. Even if I do come up short, I can live with that. However, I can't live with me not doing my best, and then it's not right. Not to me, not to the other people, not to anyone I may be affecting or impacting. Negative
mm,
or positive. So I have to do my very best in that kind of situation or any type of scenarios, man. And that's just not me talking. This is like influence of people around me feeding me this
yeah,
kind
of
of
course,
information.
mm,
Um, you know, Close friends, who I call family, and family. At the end of the day, that's what it's about. You got to have people in your corner to guide you through whatever. You can't have that kind of changes the way you live life too, man. I had to stick and move to a lot of people. See who has my best intentions.
mm,
That's the number one thing. You gotta have a good support system, because just like anything else, man, it can fall. So regardless of what it is, you know.
most definitely, bro. And I agree with you. I don't know what book because I've read Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Um, what's the guy? Gary Keller, the one
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. Shout out to that.
Rich Dad
Yeah,
Poor Dad, things
yeah.
like that. The Law of Attraction. But definitely, if you can't change a problem, then you change the way you feel about the problem.
Yeah.
You know, and you learn how to adjust and adapt to certain situations. So I definitely do agree with you that everything happens for a reason, and we have 24 seconds left.
Yep.
Um, so I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, no doubt,
Carnal,
man.
all
No,
love.
Kana.
I love
All
you,
love.
bro. Thank you
Yes.
very much for blessing me with your
Thank you.
time.
Thank you, brother, man. Good
And
seeing you too.
yeah, good seeing you, bro. And I wish you nothing but the best. All right, bro.
You too, man. Prayers. God
All right,
bless.
bro.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.